thinking of yourself today. I know this is a season we think of others, but today at these prices, kind of, yeah, maybe you're all done, as I mentioned at the top of the show, buying for everybody else. Maybe you treat yourself today. I'm definitely the shopper. My husband doesn't like this aspect about me, but I am definitely a shopper that buys, oh, I'll buy one for you and then I'll buy one for me. So it's like, one is good, two is better, because I like it too. I wouldn't give it as a gift if I didn't like it. I know that's not always good for my pocketbook, but today is definitely a day I can't get in trouble, which is, I like those kind of days. All right, we're gonna move into another piece by Joan Boyce. And you know, I'm gonna keep these bracelets out here because I think, you know, with the fact these bracelets, champagne is gone. Do we still have blue on the? Okay, so here are the bracelets, but this is a perfect example of what Joan Boyce does. Joan has boutique stores in Aspen. The most affluent customers walk into that store in Aspen. She has a boutique in the Hamptons, here again, making high-end designer jewelry, fine jewelry for thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. She takes that same meticulous attention to detail, that same workmanship, and creates it in fashion jewelry. Now, her fashion jewelry also has not only become beloved by our customers, this is a customer pick on hsn.com. The rings are available for the earrings are $34.95. The ring is only $19.95. And then we have 4 flexible payments. So the ring is 50% off. And the earrings are as well on 4 flex. What does that flex come to? Because I will double check because I don't have the right flex on my card. I want to walk you through all the choices too. So we have it in this beautiful rose tone and violet. So there is that rose tone and violet. These are your beautiful, what's wrong, guys? Oh, okay. There we go. Alrighty. So you have 3 prong set cushion cut faceted stones. The brilliance, the sparkle, the faceting is stunning. Then you're looking at 7.5 carats, by the way. Then on all the points, you have these bead set clear crystals that are almost create like little spacers. So you have it in the rose tone, as I mentioned, with the violet stones. Then, ooh, I love how dreamy this silver tone aqua is. So look at that silver tone aqua. It looks like the Caribbean. You want to dive into that blue. This looks like canary diamonds that you would walk into her Aspen store or her Hampton store or her boutique, her jewelry boutique, and you would pay millions of dollars for. But today, the canary, that beautiful, beautiful gold tone yellow is so striking. On 4 flex, the ring, $4.99 to get this at home. Now, the ring is, or no, the earrings are $8.74 on the earrings if you want to get the matching earrings. And look at this set. I mean, this is exquisite. This is elegance. This is sophistication. If you are someone who loves to travel and you are nervous about losing your ring, you're nervous about taking the real jewels with you on vacation, this you could take and be worry-free. This is something when you see those crystals and you see the brilliance in the clarity within those stones. Even on the earrings, I love that she gave us the omega backs. So those omega backs really allow you to have that flush set against the ear. Now, I don't know, Dan, do we still have the clip available? Okay, so I'm gonna double check because the earrings are offered in clip and pierced. There are a handful on the earrings. Now, all the colors that I walked through are available in the earrings to match back.